Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Anna, and today we're going to be talking about my VHS collection. And I did specify this in the title of this video. It is not going to be my horror VHS tapes. I have already made a collection of videos going over all of my horror VHS tapes. So if you want to check that out, I will link that playlist in the description. So today is going to be all of my non-horror VHS. And I do have quite a bit more non-horror than horror. So this is probably going to turn into a multiple-parter, I'm guessing. At least 2 parts, maybe even 3, depending on how quickly I go through these. But it's going to be a lot quicker than my horror VHS tapes, I think, just in terms of how much I talk about the movies, because I have not seen a lot of these. A lot of these movies I just got for free off of Facebook Marketplace or something. People were just trying to get rid of all of their VHS tapes, and I was like, I'll just take them all, I'll weed out the horror, and I'll keep the ones that I like. So if you see any movies that I hold up and you're like, hey, I really want to own that VHS tape, let me know, and I am very open to selling a lot of these, so please comment below and let me know if there's a movie you would like to purchase. I'm totally open to that. So without further ado, I think I'm just gonna jump on in, and we're starting out with kind of a bang with the first one. The first one is Be Cool About Fire Safety. So if you've seen, I think it's the Red Letter Media, probably their Best of the Worst series. This is where I heard about this movie. Well, it's not really a movie. It's just kind of like a safety protocol video about fire safety. And I believe it's Gilbert Gottfried voices the little smoke alarm, which is so funny.
Do you know how to escape a fire? No, you don't. I'll bet you don't.
And if you know this video, you'll know the Be Cool About Fire Safety song.
And remember, be cool about fire safety.
Be cool about fire safety.
So I saw this at Goodwill, I think, and I was like, oh gosh, I have to grab this because it's just so funny. So this is one that obviously I'm not going to watch all the time, but it's just kind of like a fun VHS to have. Next we have Bring It On, a classic comedy cheerleader movie. I do actually really like this movie. This one's really fun. Sorry if these are kind of dusty too. I don't know if you can see that on here, but I don't know if it's focusing on me either, but if you can see that better. Yeah, this is one that I really love to watch. Just kind of throw it on. It's always a good time, always fun. So Bring It On. Next is another classic comedy, and that is Clueless. I do love this one as well. Alicia Silverstone kills it. Paul Rudd kills it. Everybody does a great job. I love Brittany Murphy. Yeah, this is just another good one. If you're having a bad day, you put it on, you watch Clueless, you laugh, and you just have a good time. So another one that I'm definitely glad to have in my collection, and one I've actually seen. Okay, this one's a comedy that I haven't seen, City Slickers. I think it's from the 80s. It's got Billy Crystal and some other people I'm not familiar with, but seems like it could be funny, I guess. I would give it a try, City Slickers. Next is one of, I think, only 2 Wes Anderson films that I have on VHS. The Royal Tenenbaums. And this one's got a ton of stickers on it. We've got the ROCO for rom-com, which is kind of a funny way to put it, but I guess it's a romantic comedy. And then this previously viewed movie sticker. I love that as well. Yeah, this one's a good one too. Haven't seen this one in a while, but Wes Anderson's always a good time. So Royal Tenenbaums. This is my other Wes Anderson movie on VHS, and it's Rushmore. I like this one a lot, too. I actually don't know what I would say my favorite Wes Anderson movie is. I do really like, the first one I ever saw was Moonrise Kingdom. So I have a soft spot for that one, but I do like the humor in Rushmore. And Bill Murray is just always so good. I know he's in like all of Wes Anderson's movies, but yeah. And this one was a whole 29 cents wherever it was being sold. So what a bargain. Next up, we have Kill Bill Volume 1. I don't have Volume 2, which is unfortunate, but I would love to have that one. There is kind of a little tear here, which kind of sucks. But that's just what you got when you get, used VHS tapes. They're so old. Of course, they're going to have some dings and some scratches and things. Again, this one was also 29 cents. I just love Uma's outfit. Her all yellow, I don't know if that's like a motorcycle suit, what you would call it. And I just love the whole yellow cover. I think that the volume 2 is red, I believe. But yeah, I think my only Tarantino movie, unfortunately. Next is Night at the Roxbury, and this one has a really cool holographic cover. And that's actually the whole way around it's holographic, which is really cool. I don't know that I've ever seen one where the back itself is holographic as well as the front. So that is very cool. I've never seen this movie. I think it's, kind of a cult classic of comedy movies, but yeah, I would be open to watching it. I think, obviously, Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan are hilarious, so I'm sure I would love it, but I just really, really enjoy this holographic cover. It says score up at the top. And who can forget, I even know the Baby Don't Hurt Me dance. Yeah, this is one I just kind of found at a thrift shop, and I was like, this is too cool to pass up, so. Next, we've got Mean Guns. I had never heard of this movie before, but I saw that it had iced tea, and I was like, okay, I gotta get this, because I'm sure this is probably one of those, like, so bad it's good type of movies. The cover just says, sparks will fly when real killers collide. That sounds pretty cool. So I don't really know anything else about this movie, other than the fact that there are guns and the guys are probably mean. So yeah, I definitely want to watch this at some point. And I'm sorry that these aren't really in any type of order. I'm literally just grabbing them off of the ground or my shelf. So next is The Bodyguard, another one I haven't seen. I think I remember my mom really liking this movie. Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston. So I'd be interested to watch it to see Whitney Houston's acting skills. This is one that I think you kind of find a lot of thrift stores. It's just a pretty common tape that's kind of everywhere. So this was definitely in one of the bundles that I got for free, but The Bodyguard. Next is The Bone Collector. I really don't know anything about this movie. It's got, looks like Denzel Washington and Angelina Jolie in it. So I guess another kind of thriller type movie. Intense suspense thriller is what it says down here. So, yeah, not on the top of my watch list for sure, but it is a movie that I have. So I guess I could watch it at any time. So The Bone Collector. Next is one that I did find at a Goodwill, I remember, and I don't know why I picked it. I don't know why this kind of jumped out to me, because I've never heard of it before, but this is Troop Beverly Hills. And I don't really know Shelley Long. That name sounds kind of familiar, but I couldn't, place her from any other movies. So I guess she's in charge of a Girl Scout group, and it's some kind of comedy, I could guess just from the cover, this is what I guess it's about. She's someone that you wouldn't expect works with kids and gets kind of thrown into a situation where she has to be in charge of this Girl Scout troop, and hilarity ensues because she's inept. That is just my guess based on the cover. I don't know anything else about this movie. So, yeah, if you have seen this and you like it, let me know and maybe I'll actually watch it. But, yeah, Troop Beverly Hills. Next is a double feature of original and sequel, and that is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And I've only seen the first one, but I didn't see it as a kid. I saw it actually relatively recently. And I thought it was pretty funny. I think it's maybe one of those that you have to see when you're a kid to really, really appreciate. But, it's still a good time. Little baby Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter just being goofy, being silly, dumb teenagers. But I've never seen Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, so I'd be interested in seeing it. And I know they did that new one pretty recently, right? I forget what that one was called. But I love the pink cover for Bogus Journey. I don't know why, it just really sticks out, but I am interested in what this creepy man is doing. Is he deaf? Is he, I think he's got a scythe on the back here, so I'm assuming he's like the Grim Reaper or something, but yeah, so definitely classics, and glad that I have them, for sure. Okay, next is another pretty goofy comedy, and that is Encino Man. And again, this is another one I haven't seen. Another power couple of actors, though. Brendan Fraser and Pauly Shore. So This is another one that I will try to watch eventually because I know a lot of people do like it, but I love how the front says, starring MTV's major dude, Pauly Shore. I love that. So, yep. Encino Man. You guys in the comments are probably going to be like, God, how has she not seen all of these movies she's saying that she hasn't seen? But again, this is another comedy I haven't seen, and it's Billy Madison. The Adam Sandler movie. I just haven't seen a lot of Adam Sandler's comedies from like his early days. I haven't seen Happy Gilmore. I feel like there's a lot of other ones too, but yeah, this is one I don't know why I've just never seen it, but I'm sure I'll watch it eventually, you know. So, Billy Madison. Next is a comedy that I actually have seen and one that I do enjoy, and it's 10 Things I Hate About You. This one is maybe considered a little problematic nowadays. I think a lot of these comedies from the 80s and 90s and early 2000s where a woman has to be changed for a man, or there's some kind of bet in order to get a girl to go out with someone. I think we're looking back on those and being like, maybe not the best messaging, but I do really like this movie. I really like Julia Stiles as our lead. She's so, like, independent, and I just really like her I don't give a fuck personality. And of course, little baby Joseph Gordon-Levitt is so cute in it, and who doesn't love Heath Ledger? So, this is one that I watch semi-frequently, I would say. And I just kind of love modern style adaptations of Shakespeare stories too. So yeah, this is one that I do really like a lot. So 10 Things I Hate About You. Next up is Sling Blade. I actually have 2 copies of this. I just got them for free. So I have no idea what this movie is about at all. Billy Bob Thornton's in it, apparently. No clue. So this one is definitely not high on my watch list at all. Don't really know what else to say about it, but it's another movie that I have, so. And another movie I have 2 copies of, Forrest Gump. Yeah, again, another classic. Again, one that you can find a lot of places. It's just pretty much everywhere you go because it was such a popular movie, but I haven't seen this one in a really long time. I think I remember liking it the first time I saw it, but it's definitely not one of my favorites. But, you know, obviously Tom Hanks is amazing, so. Yeah, if anybody wants a copy of Forrest Gump, let me know. Next up, the John Hughes classic, 16 Candles, with our queen of the 80s, Molly Ringwald. This is not my favorite John Hughes movie. It's fine. I definitely prefer The Breakfast Club to this. You know, it's fine. Apart from the racist depiction of the Asian exchange students, so that's obviously not good, but Molly Ringwald is just really charming, and I just really like her a lot as an actress. So another John Hughes movie, Weird Science. I haven't seen this one, but I don't know if I would like it. I do like Anthony Michael Hall, but I don't know, just the idea of like building a sexy woman for the sake of having her, I think that's what it's about. I don't really know. I do really like this purple spine, though. For some reason, it's just really visually appealing with the purple and the yellow. But yeah, this is one I will watch eventually because I am curious about it. Weird Science. Another purple spine movie, and that's Charlotte's Web, the animated one. I think I watched this in like elementary school. That's probably the last time I saw it. But, you know, kind of a depressing story, honestly. But yeah, I don't know who the animation was done by. Don't really know if I'll ever watch this one again. Apparently, Debbie Reynolds is Charlotte, though. I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah, so this is another one that just happened to come with a bunch of other free movies, so. Next is Breakfast at Tiffany's. The iconic Audrey Hepburn, of course, stars in this one. I remember the first time I saw this, I was probably in high school or something, and I just remember being like, whoa, movies can be like this. This is so interesting. Like, she's such a quirky character. I've never seen anything like that before. So this one just kind of has a special place in my heart for some reason. But I also just really love Audrey's style in it. It's so classy. Again, another problematic movie for having a racist stereotype, so we can't ignore that. But Breakfast at Tiffany's. I'm really trying to hustle through these because I don't want to go more than 2 parts. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 2-parter, but it's just a lot of these I haven't seen. So this is The American President. Don't know anything about it. Still has like the plastic wrap kind of on the outside, although it's been opened at the bottom. But yeah, Michael Douglas and Annette Bening. Honestly, it looks kind of boring. I don't know. I'm just judging it based off of the cover and the title, but yeah, The American President. Next are 2 James Dean movies, and both I haven't seen. East of Eden and Rebel Without a Cause. I really, really want to watch Rebel Without a Cause because, again, this is another one that is an absolute classic. And it's just one of those things where it's a cultural touchstone, cultural references that people are still making today. So East of Eden, I think, is based off of a Steinbeck story. Yeah, John Steinbeck, which I haven't read. So yeah, don't really know what this one's about, but... So 2 James Dean movies. I do like these covers where it's kind of like a drawing-ish of James Dean. Next is very different from those other 2 movies, but Half-Baked. Another one I haven't seen. Don't really know. I know it's a movie about getting high, pretty much. Probably like a buddy comedy where they just get high and do whatever. That is kind of like a subgenre of comedy movies I haven't really delved into at all. I haven't seen any Cheech and Chong or like Dude, Where's My Car? Anything like that. So yeah, this isn't super high on my watch list, but yeah, I've got it. Next is The Sting. This one is another classic. I do love Robert Redford and Paul Newman. They are really amazing actors, obviously, and very nice to look at as well. But I do remember liking this when I first saw it years and years ago. But I think I remember it being a little bit slow, just a tad boring, maybe a little too long. But this one's actually unopened, so that's cool. And I don't know if you can see, but printed on here are these little like film reels. I don't really know why the people who produced VHS tapes did that on the packaging, but I do think it's cool. If anybody knows the reason, please let me know, but The Sting. Next is Unbreakable, the M. Night Shyamalan movie. I think I saw this like a really long time ago, and I know it's part of is it a trilogy with Split and Glass? I think that those are all kind of related, but haven't seen those, so don't know anything about them other than like pretty basic plot points. I think I remember this one being okay, personally. But yeah, I'd absolutely be open to watching this one again and then the rest of that trilogy. But Unbreakable. Okay, I think I'm getting to the end of my battery life here. So I'm going to have to wrap it up, and I'm going to do a part 2 and hopefully get through all of the rest of my non-horror VHS tapes in the part 2. So keep an eye out for that. That will be coming relatively soon. Just a quick reminder, voting for Horror YouTuber of the Month for the month of March ends very soon. Your last day to vote for that is the 31st. So I've linked the video in the description that you need to comment under your vote for who you want to win Horror YouTuber of the Month for the month of March. And if you want to know what's going on, you're not sure what I'm talking about, go watch that video that's linked in the description. It tells you everything you need to know, and that is where you need to vote as well. So please check that out if you haven't already, and give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. This is one of my only non-horror videos, actually, so let me know if you liked it or if you'd rather me just stick to horror stuff. I just wanted to kind of go through this and let everybody know what I've got in my non-horror collection. So thank you for watching, and look out for part 2. I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.